Get ready for an outstanding grilled summer treat. We're grilling a pork steak, and I have one question. Why is it taking me so long to figure this out? I got an email a few months ago from somebody who said, hey, why don't you try a pork steak? And I thought, pork chop, done that. Pork loin, pork tenderloin? No, pork steak. What is pork steak? Beef is steak, pork is not steak. Turned out I was wrong, because it is a thing. Here, look. This is a little boneless pork shoulder. If you were making pulled pork on the smoker, this is the cut that you would use. If you're making carnitas in a pressure cooker, cut this up. This is what you could use. Here's where the pork steak comes from. And what it is, it's one thick 1.5 1.25 inch slice right along there. And you throw it right on the grill. You can go low and slow, but we're not. We're gonna go medium hot and relatively fast, and it's gonna be great. So let me cut it before I do anything else. A little fat cap down here. We're gonna leave that on. Because what is fat, boys?
Flavor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's go like this looks fine to me. If I can cut evenly. Get one right here. I'll choose my favorite one, which I think is gonna be this guy. Now you could absolutely have your butcher do this for you, but here's the thing, at least here's the thing in San Diego, California. We're not walking into a butcher shop and going, hey Lenny, give me a couple of those big pork steaks, because you just don't see them. So you either have to have your butcher cut them for you, you have to buy one of these guys, cut them yourself, or you gotta move to some part of the country that the butchers have pork steaks. I think it's a thing in St. Louis. It ain't a thing here, but we're gonna make it a thing. But before we can make it a thing, we gotta cook him. So let's do this. Let's season them. Let them sit in his seasoning for a second. Then we'll make a little 3-ingredient basting thing. Yeah, you're gonna like it. And then we hit the grill, and then we get going. Then we're eating like fat kings. Is that what we decided?
Yes.
Fat kings. Yes. Okay, so touch of oil. Touch, 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 touch. And now our kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper. You can be liberal with this. And let's not forget this little fat, because we love the fat. These edges a little bit. Okay, this guy can sit, 10 minutes or so, come to room temp. But now let's make this little basting sauce. Barbecue sauce, 2 other things. We like a spicy barbecue sauce, so let's give it a couple tablespoons of sriracha. And to thin it out a bit, a little Modelo. Could be any beer, but I happen to like Modelo. Yeah, baby. Yeah, boy. That's gonna do great things. Perfecto. All right, we're giving the steak 10 minutes to come to room temp, and then on we go. And with the grill hot and sprayed, there we go. We are going to employ the turn it fairly often technique. 1.5 minutes or so, I'm gonna turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. These burners are on, these burners are off. So if I want to let it sit over there, just chill for a second without continuing to cook through, that's what I can do. I always tell you, we like options in what we're making and in how we're making it. So look, it's been on, 30 seconds? Little marks. I don't care about the crosshatch marks in this case at all. In fact, I never care about them, really. I mean, if I get them, I get them. If you see them, it's maybe intentional, but listen, this thing's gonna be cooked beautifully. The sauce is gonna get rid of most of those marks. They're not gonna be that noticeable, so forget those marks. You don't need them. And we're looking for about 140. We'll pull it off, let it rest 10 minutes or so. It'll go up another 5-ish degrees. It'll land about 145, and it'll be great. It will cut like a steak. It'll eat like a steak, and it'll be fabulous. And we turn. Now it's looking like a steak, isn't it? Pork steak, that is. And we're gonna wait till we've got good color on both sides before we start putting our little basting sauce on. That, by the way, I've tasted and is so delicious. And it's time for a flip. Let's go like that this time. It's getting pretty. Next flip, we start saucing. Smoke them if you got them. And again. Now we're getting some pretty color. We're getting close to basting, but here's the thing about basting with a sweet sauce. Sweet sauce will start to encourage flames below. The sugars in it will burn, and if you put it on too early, that's not necessarily a good thing. So the last, 5 minutes of cooking is your safe zone. And we're there. So let's give it another turn. Beautiful. And now we can start some basting. The beer really sort of lightened it up, but boy, what it did for the flavor. And with the little extra smoke and steam now, I'll just put the cap on it. Look, it's obviously escaping, but it'll help keep a little bit extra in there. It'll be a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. Here we go again. fun part will be when we flip it back over, because that bottom side has been sauced. You know, once it hits the grill, the sauce starts to burn in and do great things. All right, so I'm getting close to 135, so that's beautiful. So I'm just gonna keep basting and flipping until I hit right around 140, and then I'll yank it. But it's looking pretty, isn't it? All right, we're there. It's coming off. Let's let this little kid rest, and then we eat. And voila, look at this. Look at this. Nothing green goes on top, doesn't be topped with anything. Just pretty as she is. Purdy, purdy, purdy. Well, I believe we've done some nice work here, and I gotta be honest, this little section right here, nice. Look at that, just a hint of pink. Cooked to 141, rose to 145, maybe 146. A little pink is fine, and by the way, the government says 145 is fine, so listen to them and listen to me. Come on. That's not even fair. It's like, I don't know, it's like the best pork chop ever. Yes, you could take that whole shoulder and put it on the smoker and cook it to 203 degrees, and it will be all pull-aparty, and it'll be unctuous and delicious. But this one that'll go in rotation in my home. Not for Kelly, she doesn't eat pork. She eats bacon. She won't eat like pork chop-like things. She'll eat pulled pork. Don't try and understand. There's a lot of food mentalness going on up there. She'll eat bacon, she won't eat a pork chop. She'll eat pulled pork, she won't eat this. She'll eat a deli roasted chicken from the supermarket, but if I deli roast a chicken, she won't eat it. I'm dealing with that. You think you got issues? Oh, could I have to deal with? Anyway, this is freaking fantastic. It is amazing. How did I not know about this until recently? Do us a favor. We do you a favor 3 times a week by making all this great content. Do us a favor. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, 100% free. As a little bonus for being a subscriber, we're giving away one of those Sam the Cooking Guy knives every video through the end of the year. How's that, huh? Just for being a subscriber. What happens? A name will pop up on the screen like this. That person will reach out to us at info@thecookingguy.com and we'll get you a knife. In the meantime, happy pork steak eating.